flight attendants prepare for departure, cross-check and all call, thank you.
Alright, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
I'm talking and I'm talking to myself because I never unmuted myself. I'm terribly sorry. Let's start again. Good morning, Alex. I'm sorry to hear about your dead tiredness. Our holiday was good, but as always, it always feels just too short. I think a week is really too short, you know, but if that's what you've got, that's what you've got, right? So we only started resting or feeling rested at about Thursday. And Friday we had to come back. You know, so it's a bit of an anticlimax. If God's willing, maybe later in the year we can go for 2 weeks, you know, maybe Cape Town this time. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see what happens. Anyway, good morning. And we are in the Zibomod today. I had to just get the level up done last night. And then through the day, I'll do some more level up testing. And hopefully, you know, we've got good results and we can release that update. I'm very positive. Once that update is released, you can resume syncing the Zibomod files like I showed you, but please don't do it at this time, okay? You're going to create a mess if you take the current Zibo and put it into the current level up. It's not made for each other. It's going to have some mismatches. Morning, Jet Power. Holiday was good. What I need to do actually for you guys that are interested, I need to maybe just make a little folder somewhere. You know, depending on timing, I can maybe share some photos with you. Obviously, I just want to take some of the very personal stuff out there and to show you the nice stuff. So I'll see if I can maybe do that on one of my streams. Hello, Ranky. Mora. My son just came into the office here. So yeah, that's where we're at. We're in the Zibo now. This is fix 17. We've picked up one small little problem with it already, but it's still usable. Let's quickly get this thing going. Then we can
Okie dokie, all doors and hatches are
talk
closed.
in the
We
air.
are ready to connect.
Before start procedure.
Before start procedure.
Thank you, Linda.
Before start procedure complete.
Let's see if my trim actually works.
Ready
I see
for before start checklist.
some of the guys say
Trim
that she
down.
doesn't trim correctly. So we need 525. She goes the wrong way. Okay. All right. So the only thing I can think of, it's definitely got something to do with Zibo's updates. I'll speak to you, Janie, and get them to actually do the update because now this is obviously wrong. And she's not going to complain. Just one of those things. Okay. Yeah, something like that. Oh, there's Alpha Yoke. Hold on. I need to make a plan here. This is going to drive me nuts. This stupid RJ45 plug doesn't want to make nice contact again. Okay, I pulled it. Let's see if it works. Good. So, let's see. Vagar traffic Skymatix 001, push and start gate number 2. What are we waiting for? Huh? Hello? Looks connected to me. Why aren't we going? Seems my better pushback is stuck. I'll get going the moment I get that going.
Always the case, Nico, just when you need it.
Disconnecting tow, stand by.
We'll just call it again.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a real safe flight. Cheers.
Vagar traffic, Skymatix Papa 9, taxi runway 12.
Can't start planner, pushback already in progress. Please stop the pushback operation first. Can't start planner, pushback already in progress. Please stop the pushback operation first.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up. Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Vagar traffic, Skymatix 052, taxiing to the hold, runway 12.
AutoOrtho connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Before start procedure.
Before start procedure.
Skymatix 559 takeoff runway 12.
Tow is disconnected and
Before
bypass
start
pin has
procedure
been removed.
complete.
Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Start number 2 engine. Start number 2 engine.
Starting
One of
number
those
2
days
engine.
again. Hello Neil, morning. Was good, thank you Neil. Want more, I want more. But it's okay.
and 2.
And Vagar traffic, Skymatix 052, backtracking runway 12 and hold for separation.
Starter cutout.
Start number 1 engine. I took the time quickly to just send a note to Eugenie and he's actually talking back to me. Sorry guys. So he's now aware of Linda and the trim issue, for those of you that know about it. And she didn't do a job again. Start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine.
Yeah. Thank you, Neil. Yeah.
25N2.
And Vegas traffic, Skymatix 052, taking off, runway 12.
Probably yes, Alex.
Starter cutout. Engine start procedure complete.
Before taxi procedure.
Before taxi procedure.
Captain, passengers are asking for a cozier temperature.
Before taxi procedure complete. I am ready for
Flaps
before
5.
taxi checklist.
Now she can't hear me again. Flaps 5. Blah, blah, blah. 1, 2, 3. I'll help myself.
Skymatix 04, push and start from sound 3.
Morning, Gilbert.
Ready for before taxi procedure.
Yeah, we did that already. You're too slow. I'm not going anywhere. See, I'm stuck and I'm pressing the B button. I've released everything. There she goes. My goodness. I was pumping the brakes and pressing B and doing everything. So it's not a better pushback issue then. It's just, it got stuck. That is stupid. Kevin, I finally got unstuck.
I see that, but don't worry, Nico. I've tried to push back in the opposite direction. Not sure if I'll achieve it, so you can just go through me if you see where, Nico.
All right, I'll pretend I don't see you. Thank you. The joys of flight simming. Can you imagine in the real world? Excuse me, Captain, I don't see you. I pretend I don't see you. I'm just going to drive through you.
NALAN, Skymatix
That'll be crazy.
Taxi lights on.
Sorry about the scratches.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll get the paintwork redone.
Horizontal stabilizer trimmer not set for takeoff.
Forget it, Linda. You made a hash of it. And your boss knows. I told him already. Before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure.
Skymatix 559 for Skymatix 049. I will take head direct to Nathan and
Before
will
takeoff procedure complete.
push up my speed Skymatix.
Ready for before takeoff checklist.
Yeah. Flaps 5 green light. And the rest is cool.
Approach
approaching 1, 2. On runway 30, 1,600 feet remaining.
Cabin crew, take your seats, prepare for takeoff.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Remaining.
Runway 12 confirm.
On runway 12.
Stabilized.
Where is that button? Let's go. Come on.
Takeoff thrust set.
Wow.
80 knots. Throttle hold. V1. Rotate.
That wind there. Get up.
Acceleration altitude.
Absolutely. Legally, but legally. I have to add that. If you drive like that on the road, the speed cop's going to give you a ticket.
Flaps 1 set.
Jet Tower, they say a change is as good as holidays, so we'll wait for the update and then I'm pretty sure she's cool.
Flaps up and set.
Yeah, that's also true, Neil. You know, everything is legal until you get caught, eh? There you go. So, as you guys can see, this is a work in progress. The scale isn't, you know, proper. It's bleeding over into the other displays. But this is the xEnviro new weather radar that you guys can see there. And I asked for permission to show you because I think that was kind of a hidden thing for a while. They didn't want anybody to know about it. So you've seen it probably first publicly, yeah. You know, when we were in school, we were still caned, you know, beaten with a cane, basically, when the teachers felt like it, sometimes it was fair, sometimes it just wasn't, life sucks. But I remember the one day the teacher, he said to us, I'm not giving you the hiding because you were naughty, I'm giving it to you because you got caught. And we all just had to bend over and take a couple of hits, it was weird.
Transition altitude.
Yeah, it makes you smart, I promise. Also, when you get a beating when it's unfair, it gives you a bit of resentment. There were a couple of those teachers I wanted to really hit back. And I remember my final year in school, the headmaster wanted to pull a fast one on me. And I said to him, you give me a hiding today, I can't use the word here, but I'll do something to you, I'll beat you up a little bit, in other words. And he just looked at me and he walked away. I said, yeah, should have started saying that a long time ago. And there was one other guy, probably a year before, that I said, you hit me, I hit you back. I don't like unfairness. So anyway, those were the two big highlights. Yeah, but obviously we were kids, we were naughty, and when you're naughty, you need discipline.
Logo light switches off.
This is a beautiful picture with this sunrise. Andre definitely changed the look and feel of the colors here as well. This version is a much better coloring. Love it. And these clouds, guys, if you didn't see last night, we introduced it on stream last night. You must check these clouds now with this new version. It's unbelievable. I've never seen clouds like this in X-Plane. Where more, Eugene? Yeah, no, I get it, Alex. There are times and times, and you shouldn't take things personally. That's the other thing I quickly learned with these mongrels, But when I've got the power to say no, and you still want to come for me, that's when we're going to have a problem. Anyway, let's not dwell on that. Yeah, Rasta, do you have fuel in your tanks that you loaded with the EFB, or are you running out of fuel? You need to load it proper with the EFB, eh? I know I'm mentioning that first of all because that is most of the time the complaint related to it switching off is there's no fuel. Wow, look at these clouds, man. Morning, Jacob. You have to load the fuel in the EFB and you have to call the fuel truck. It has to come and refuel you, otherwise it's not going to go anywhere. Loving this. Jacob, you haven't actually missed much. I just did the takeoff and so on. And the rotation was very nice, I must be honest. It was magnificent for me today. This is the first time flying 17 in the Zibomod itself. So obviously now we've got a different flight model again. And so far I like it. Morning, Ron. Yeah, the issue yesterday, last night, with the level up, which is using the Zibo systems, is that in one of the turns it lost its way. It just went off on its own course. It was like it was hunting for the magenta line and the next waypoint. Then we tried multiple times to do a direct to the next waypoint, and I think it took 3 or 4 at least tries to make it understand it needs to go to the next waypoint. So now Zibo will have to look at that. Yeah, I saw that little add-on. I've got no use for it, I thought it was initially I thought it was an update to the actual AVI tab, but I'm not going to bother to load it because I don't need it. I really don't need it. I'm happy with everything I've got here. The only thing that I miss is on the en route map, like we have here, you can't set it to daytime. It is so ridiculous. You can go to any of the other charts and you'll see there's a little extra icon. You can change between day and night, but the en route charts, we're forced to use the nighttime charts. So I asked Falco. I actually got a message back from him because I sent him a message on it. And he said, no, he doesn't know. He hasn't flown the Zibo yet. So I don't think this is a Zibo issue. I think this is interaction between Navigraph and AviTab, but, you know, he doesn't seem interested in looking at it. So we'll just leave it. We'll ignore it. But this is highly irritating to me that I can't go to daytime. Just because that one stupid little icon isn't there. The one thing I did see on the Zibo forum, NJXP, I think it was, mentioned AviTab, something on. Not AviTab. It was Navigraph. No. What's it? Little nav map. He had that on here, and he was talking about it being a game changer. I need to go back and go find that post and actually see what he was talking about and get that going. Because if it means I have to go back to little nav map to get a daytime map, maybe that's what I need to do, because this is ridiculous. It's really irritating to me. Antonio and someone else was saying they were struggling to climb to the cruise altitude, so that's interesting. I'm going to have a look at that now. But guys, when we discussed it last night, one thing was abundantly clear. When you guys report a fault, please tell us which version you are using. Is it Windows, Mac, or Linux? Because I've seen a couple of issues that the Mac guys have picked up that the Windows guys don't have. You know, and then it doesn't help me saying to you, no, but it's not so, it's something on your side. It's a stupid answer. you know, from my side. So I do humbly ask you guys, when you report the fault and it's not a Windows version, because by default, I immediately think we're talking about the same version I have, you know, Windows. So if it's not Windows, when you log a fault, when you complain about something, please tell us what version you're using, Mac or Linux, because that can significantly help us. Aviation knowledge. Okay, I'm going to answer you from my point of reference. I hope it's going to be good. Extended night lights. I disabled it because of my AMD problem, but I used to have extended night lights. Then secondly, I don't really need it when I've got xEnviro. Okay, but it does work in X-Plane 12. All right. And then AutoOrtho. I'm using AutoOrtho every day. I can't fly without AutoOrtho. So I'm not sure if that is what you're referring to at the end there, but if you get the correct version of Ortho for X-Plane, it should work. AutoOrtho is the better one. I won't ever go back to the normal Ortho unless there's a really, really good reason. Yes. Yeah. XP version and Zibo version would also help. I'm not sure if you fixed it in this one, Neil. Not sure. We don't have a sun yet, so let's wait for the sun to show itself and then we take it from there. And also another thing, guys, don't come and bother us with something that happened in Zibomod 2 or 3 versions ago. Okay, if you're not on the correct version, it's like, you know, we might have fixed it already. So that's also just a waste of time. Don't bring old problems to the table. Most of the old problems have already been addressed, so we're moving rapidly forward. So when you need to make a complaint, make sure you're on the correct version. You know, I don't want to hear about fix 15 and 16 doing something. We're not there anymore. We've passed it. And there's a 51% chance at least that it has been fixed already. You know, so don't waste time on old stuff. This thing moves rapidly, you know, and make sure you get on the right version. Exactly, Alex. There's a little sun sticking his head out slowly but surely. Gonna whack us in the eyes just now. Scotsman, I remember Andre was talking to me the other day about the sources of light and how light is supposed to actually reflect and then show the correct colors and all those things. So he's obviously working on it. I won't bother too much about it. He obviously knows. Jacob, you have to ask Zibo on his forum. I asked him, and then he says he'll give it to me, and then time goes by, and then we both forget. So just ask him on his forum. Jean-Pierre, what is new is the clouds. Look at the clouds. The clouds are, well, okay, this is not a very good example. Wait till we get closer to them. It's a new cloud system that is in here. And then the other thing is the weather radar. Andre has now put a weather radar in. You can see we've got some anomalies here, so don't worry too much about it. Wait till we get to them and fly through them. You'll see this is very, very much different clouds to what you guys have. Whole new cloud system. If you watch the beginning of my takeoff, you'll also see, well, just after takeoff, you'll see the weather radar in operation and things like that. So two major new components. That's fine. We'll set up for Cat 3 and hope for the best. We'll take over if we can. Otherwise, we'll let the new Zibo Autoland Co do it, because he was tinkering on it the other day. So that might be a good idea to test it. Let's actually look at it. Let's see what we can do. Before we do that, let's just have a look quickly at the other guys here in the group flight. Seven of us, cool. Right, so this is Cat 3, runway 24. Zero 0890. Okay. Come down to 3000. We're gonna do Cat 3B. As long as we've got about 75 meters visibility, which is nothing at our speed, that's fine. Do the rest. Morning, Dave. Righto. It is climbing a bit slow here at the top end. Jacob, the only other thing which I think you would have picked up on yesterday as well is you can actually now do an xEnviro weather query on the FMC here. Right, there you go. So xEnviro writes the weather file and then Zebra goes and reads the weather file. It's easy as that, all sorted. Yeah, it's getting bright.
Wasn't the level off.
Welcome. That sun is going to burn our eyes. It is bright. Nice and bright. Thank you, Alex. Right. Okay. The one thing that I do notice is we don't have that oscillation at this moment. You know, the 20 up and 20 down, 20 up, 20 down. There's obviously movement because we're not flying on rails. There's weather to contend with and all, but it's not a fixed pattern, which is what the problem was. So that's cool. That's really nice. Well, Jacob, there's obviously wind. There's stuff to take into account. So I don't know what forces are working in on the aircraft, but you can clearly see the nose is not standing still. The nose is moving. So if it feels like it needs to trim, it needs to trim. You know, only Zibo and Twixter will know how accurate or not it is. I don't have the data there at my disposal to tell you it's too much or too little. If you don't like the way it does it, you need to tell Zibo on the forum and ask him, you know, what the story is. I don't even bother with it because I know the automation takes care of it. What I worry about is that defined sine wave that we used to have, which is no longer there. So then I'm happy. Gotcha. And then you need to speak to him. I remember you telling me about that route of yours. Absolutely, flight 504. The slight pitch up is normal. Angle of attack and all those things. Good morning, Sasso. Here's the man himself. Flight 504 wanted to know if the slight pitch up is normal. And I was just thinking about you. You would have answered the question very technically, correctly. Hope you're doing well, Sasso. There, stop of descent. It's creeping up on us. Jacob, I don't know, and you see my sound here is very low because the moment I put my sound up, my son moans first, then my wife moans, you know, so my sound here in the office is not very loud, so I don't always hear it. Right, so that's all done. Oh yes, 7.
Handling 559 in a broad traffic, starting descent inbound Edinburgh.
Thank you, Sasso. You came at the right time. Man, your timing is impeccable. I'm just keeping my head down so I can keep an eye on instruments. But also that sun, yo, it's bright.
Procedure.
Of course, Scotsman. Man, I wish I could.
Traffic Skymatix 049 and descending to 3,000 feet Skymatix.
No idea, Jacob. No idea. In the throttle quadrant, if that's what you're talking about, there's motors and stuff that needs to engage, disengage. So you're going to hear that. You're going to have a clutch that engages, disengages. You're going to have all kinds of things like your trim wheel, like you're hearing there. So, I mean, I don't know exactly what is simulated, if that's what you're asking. I'm not sure to what level AudioBird did it. Yep, I also like that, Scotsman. But again, yeah,
Traffic Skymatix 049, reducing speed to 0 knots.
I have to consider the rest of the family.
Approach top of descent.
Jacob, the rate of descent is not going to allow for the speed to decrease. Once the nose lifts a little bit, you'll see it obviously comes off. But above 10,000, I'm not really worried about it as long as I'm on the path. Stupid sound is showing me a problem with the VRAM again. Don't want to run out. We'll save quickly. If we have to reload, we'll just reload from here.
Edinburgh traffic Skymatix VA Flight T8 at 7,000 feet. Clear fry left runway 24 Skymatix VA Flight T8.
Hello, Christopher. So far, so good until the sound started doing. Yeah, we don't want that. That's why I quickly saved the flight. So we can restart if we have to. I got an offer from one of the local guys here to take over his previous graphics card. Okay, so he's got a 3070 Ti that he says that I can buy from him second hand. And then we also know that the 5 series is coming out end of the month. So there's probably going to be a stock dump of all the 4 cards, the 4070s and things like that. So I want to speak to my supplier on Monday and see what I can do with one of the stock dumps. Maybe I can get a bargain price on a 4070. Because I think that'll be a better buy than to do the 3070. But if I don't manage that, if my cash doesn't go that far, I'll have to take the 3070 because this is really annoying. I mean, you just don't know when this thing is just going to give up the ghost. Yeah, hopefully it remains. Hopefully. Yeah, no, I should get one sorted reasonably soon, but I need to get my story straight, need to understand what's happening in the market, and then, you know, make a call on that one. And you guys won't even know what happened yesterday. I haven't told you. So I got home. We started unpacking, started doing all the normal daddy stuff, got everything sorted at home. Came up to the computer, switched it on, and my one screen just point blank refused to switch on. It was just dead. The graphics card didn't even see it. So I changed the cables, I changed the adapters. Nothing. Then it at least came up and it said to me wrong frequency and wrong resolution. Now I'm sitting here thinking, why? What's the story? I rebooted, I switched it off, back on, hit the auto button, I tried to sync it up, nothing happened. I can't tell you how many minutes it took. It felt like forever. And I was actually thinking, oh crap, now I've got the screen that died as well. And eventually I gave up, walked away, 5 minutes later came back, switch on. Everything working as normal. Then I uninstalled the drivers. Oh, I want to tell you that as well. I did 2 drivers in the troubleshooting part as well. Those 2 AMD drivers didn't work. The driver I'm currently using is, I'll tell you now, This is not the latest one. It's the second latest one from AMD. Let me just start Adrenaline, yeah. So I'm using 24.9.1. And I tell you what, much better than 12.1 on my system. Much better. So I'm going to keep it at this version. It's obviously the September version, you know, not the December version, because that one's just crap. And you know, so far so good. We've managed to get this far on it. So. Yeah, I'll start worrying about the speed once we get closer to 10,000 and below. Until then, I'm not worried. As long as I'm on the path, I'm okay. Once we leave the path, that's when we need to start manipulating the speed and the drag to get everything going. Ooh, look at that. There's ice. Look, 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 look. No ice there yet. Yeah, these cells coming up. It should. Yeah, we're close. Big thing for me is now just the anti-ice stuff. I need to make sure we don't pull out the sky here because we're daydreaming about the SIM and the VGA card and everything else. Yes, so this is the latest xEnviro. It's a very raw alpha copy again. It's not even in beta, but the clouds are much better, and there's now a actual weather radar in there as well. So Andre's got big plans with the weather radar. Yeah, and I have to be strong, Cosman. You don't just carry the world after eating some Rice Krispies. I had to tone down my settings in X-Plane Sasso. So the stuff isn't looking all that great right now. If you look at last night's flight, you'll see a totally different scenario. Just scroll until I take off on last night's flight at Porto. Then check the clouds, how we go through the clouds, how we look around. It's flipping amazing. The new cloud sets is just wow. Let's see where these other guys are. I'm on top of someone there. Who's that? That's David. Ooh. Better slow down. There he is. Have to really slow down. We've got tower. It's gonna be a problem. Okay, let's do this.
Flaps 1 set. Approaching transition.
Let's bug out. Otherwise, he's gonna tell me to do a go around. Morning, Christer. Yeah, it's Orbx, yes. See, there's the weather radar for xEnviro now coming up there. It will probably go missing in action, Alex. And then secondly, I'm going to have to get an invoice from you and then pay the tax and import duties on it, which is like 35% of market value. So our guys here don't like us to receive gifts. I think your limit is 5,000 Rand per year that you can get, which is like 200 euro or something like that. It's crazy. Yeah, we've gone through an exercise like that. Uncle John one day sent me a hard drive. Oh my soul. The first thing you get is this big warning. You are not allowed to receive gifts of this amount and higher. And you can face jail time and you can face penalties and you know, this mega official later. And then it ended up costing me 1,800 Rand to get a 6 terabyte hard drive out of customs. You know, these people are just not good for business. Morning, Wycliffe. Sorry, yes.
I ended up in the water. It didn't lock onto the glide path.
Oh.
And the visibility here is nil.
Okay, all right.
So please be aware of that. It locked on to the ILS, but no glide path. It just stayed up and put me in water.
All right, I'll see what happens on my side.
Thank you. I just thought I'd warn you.
Thank you.
You might want to take the weather off, if you've got a Cat 3 coming on the Cat 3.
Yeah, I'll do Cat 3.
Or take the weather off, one or the other.
Yeah, no. Well, let's do Cat 3. Let's see what happens. If it's gonna work.
Talk in a bit. Sorry to interrupt.
Morning.
Morning, Sasso.
Hello.
I hope that buys enough time for David.
Ready for approach checklist.
Neil, I was thinking the same. I was just polite. I just didn't say it. Sasso?
Yeah?
I'm going to quickly stream here for you in Discord. So you don't have to watch on the other side. Tell me when you're watching.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Wycliffe. I've had 2 experiences like that over this holiday period. It was marvelous. Love it. Tell me when you're watching, Sasa.
It's crazy to see these things about the server going on Discord.
What are you talking about?
Like, I have such a poor connection quality.
Oh.
I have no idea.
Gotcha. Sorry, man. Anyway, wait, I'll take a quick screenshot for you. I'll just send you a screenshot. Right. I just sent you a screenshot. You don't have to look at my screen.
Yeah.
Just check the screenshot.
Nice.
Yeah, this is the xEnviro weather radar. Now, obviously the scale, look, it goes off over onto the other screens on the side, right? Yeah. But this is like the first iteration. So Andre is working on it and he's got great plans for it. So that's the one thing he added now. And then obviously the clouds is completely different. Who's that coming in now? Oh no, there's another guy. Hey, hey. Who's that? Oh, that's on Pierre. Let's bug out again. Okay, Wycliffe. Well, at least I gave you a bit of a tip. Just be careful if you do not have a PNG matching the DDS, don't go delete the DDS. Okay, you must just not have a DDS and a PNG with the same name, because then it will always take the DDS. So just remember that. Yes, I'm over the water right now, Scotsman. Thank you. I just want to keep it on today. Two 4, runway 24. Hope Kevin keeps his eye on me now. There, that's where I am. So just touching the ground now again there. Right, that should be okay. Let's go back. Now Kevin is probably gonna push in there with me again. So what I'm gonna do, if Kevin does that, which I don't mind, I'll just disconnect from my VA. I'll just land without ATC quickly. Sorry guys. I can also only be that nice for that long. Then I have to make a plan. Did you have a good Christmas and New Year, Sasso?
Yeah, was all good with family and friends.
Good.
Yeah.
If I compare it with the Christmas of 2023, the previous years, when this was much better. Wow, I tell you, even the start of 2025 is just so much better. From 1st of January 2024, everything was just topsy-turvy, upside down, on its head.
Mm.
So I'm feeling much more positive and better about this year. Thank you, Jacob. Stay well. Enjoy your experimentations there. I've always loved, I'm going to slow down even more now. I've always loved to fly in and out of Edinburgh. It's Edinburgh, however you want to pronounce it, whatever. Always loved this place. Edinburgh. Edinburgh. Yes, that one. You know what I mean.
Ready for landing checklist.
Edinburgh.
Yes, 1000 to level off.
Almost there, Scotsman. Almost there. Right, let's see. Speed brake is armed. Auto brake, flaps 30, gears down 3, green there. Right, lights, camera, action. We're ready. Move it, Kevin, move it. You know what, I'm just gonna disconnect. Sorry, guys. And I don't have to worry about Kevin and the ATC. See, the Zibo HUD doesn't cheat. Huh. Nothing new on the magenta line and turn thing yet. I haven't even mentioned it to Zibo yet. We'll get there. Thank you, Tommy.
Nico.
Yeah.
The minima.
No, we're doing cat 3B. There's no minima. What do you want? 50 foot, 1 foot, no foot?
Well, if you're doing a cat 3B, then is at 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
Radio altimeter.
Zero, just for you, Sasso.
No.
Cabin crew, take your seats, prepare for landing.
See a duck from here, nothing.
What's the meter?
Fine.
Okay.
Right, we have land 3, we're going down, we're gonna try this.
So technically it should be good for a cat 3A.
Yeah.
With 50 feet radio and 200 meters RVR.
Yeah. We should, according to that meter, but let's go all the way. It's just,
oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Because Hebo said the other day he was working on the Autoland code, so let's try it.
Clear to land runway 24.
Okay. In a situation like this, I would go flat 40 just to have a better view of the nose. No. Otherwise, the autopilot will go mad.
100. 50.
There it is.
40,
Cut
30,
1 condition.
20.
Nice. So that's spot on for xEnviro.
Very nice, huh?
Oh yeah.
Reversing locked.
Nice.
Auto brake in use.
Yep.
That was lovely.
Nice, Nico. I have to go. I will
Thank you,
catch you
Sanso.
later.
Yeah.
No problem. Have a good
Ciao.
day. Bye.
Landing.
Bye. Bye.
You are professional.
Wow. Oh, Zibo can land this aircraft, eh? Wow. That was awesome. Let's look at some of the stats here. Ah, no, I closed it. Pressed the wrong button. Wow. Can you believe it? This was extraordinary nice. Absolutely. Yeah. Love it when a plan comes together. You know, you work so hard on everything, Zibo, and we test and we do all this, and then one day we get to really, really try it without just, fake testing and setting up laboratory kind of, scenarios. And we have to do it like real world in brackets. It's just amazing. Enjoy, Krister. Yeah, on my display I've got -1, So it is very cold. After landing procedure.
After landing procedure. After landing
This
procedure
is stunning. I actually thoroughly enjoyed this. To know. Wrong button. I think I must get my charts up. I'm in a taxi here and I can't see, that far ahead.
Flaps up and set.
Yeah. I think I need to recalibrate my throttle quadrant as well, because this lever I'm using for the tiller seems to be very twitchy. Hello, Marius. Thank you, man. Excellent, Jean-Pierre. This was a wonderful end to a wonderful flight. I'm still not connected to the network because ITC is not going to be happy, so I do apologize for that. when you look at this, you can understand why, you know, in the past, some pilots take the wrong runway, you know, or use the taxiway, because if you are not 100% sure where you are, with this visibility, you can easily make a mistake. Come on. Let's go. Yeah, no, go try it. Here you go, brake set. Yeah.
Ready for shutdown procedure.
And he's brave, huh? No long sleeves, no jackets. I hear you, Jean-Pierre. I don't have a follow me anymore. So, yeah. Thank you, Christer. Go enjoy your flights. I'm going to do some level up testing later on. I might not stream it because I need to do quite a few things. Get my reports in, and then hopefully we can get that out. Yeah, I must try and see if I can make the Q8 stream. I haven't been on one of his streams in a while. Thank you, Wycliffe. And you guys go have fun. Enjoy your day. Okay. And look out for any changes and stuff that we publish. And guys, please, if I do publish an update, make sure to read all the notes, that you don't go and put the wrong thing in the wrong place. And that you will also notice when we tell you, yes, go. Now you can do it. Those kind of things. So just be careful. But we'll talk to you guys later. Enjoy it. Bye-bye. And thanks for watching. Thanks for being here.